tragically.
Yes, exactly. All right.
Oh, one last word to the wise. For
Oh,
some
yeah.
deeply weird reason, the game hung badly every time we were in one specific, static, unanimated location last week. We are hopeful that this is just a causal thing, in that it was on Twitch's end. If it does happen again, to save a lot of time, it's not us. It is out of our control.
Yeah, exactly. And see, fun things like that happen. Yeah, we're just gonna kill the princess.
It's fine.
That's the
I'm
plan.
sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's planned. So here we go. Like I said, we are going to load in to a previous save where we had attempted to put the narrator to proof and not been terribly
And
successful.
it went super well. Just
I think
great.
I can do that with the microphone a little bit. That'll be better. So we're picking up where he said, "No, thou shalt go to the house." So now we are going to that house. All right. And now we are going to proceed into the cabin. Yeah, again. And again it gets a little hiccupy. I'm going to try something. Wondering if
I think it might be the twin video signals.
Well, what I'm going to try doing is maybe I can turn off the preview and see if that makes it a little bit easier for us. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've played this and my laptop fan really starts up when I'm here. Interesting. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, KP. That's a
It's
very
good to know it may be an intensive bandwidth thing. All right, here we go.
Oh, they've actually talked about how processor heavy the demo is in spots. Stitch, that's
The
really
interior
useful.
of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I'm getting the same sort of complaint from my computer as we did last time.
Hey, Bessie. Yeah, we are.
Hey, Dark Lord Stone.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Banging. Grab the shack.
We're doing the minimal questions asked playthrough. I mean, I can't kind of ask no questions. Alright, fine.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Cool.
So what I'm going to do really quick, I think there was a button for... I'm going to save this as my stabby slot. There we go. Save. Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I'm not going to argue with the narrator.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh, yes.
Who's there?
It's commanding, almost as though she's the one in charge down here.
I've not had this before.
Voice of the... Have we had Voice of the Hero? Of course we had Voice of the Hero. That was the
Several
first
times,
voice.
yes.
Yes.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
She was frightened the first time.
I'm just gonna say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
She is janiting us.
What do you mean janiting?
That episode of The Good Place where Janet is simultaneously trying
You
to...
walk down the
She's
stairs
completely unrestricted.
and lock eyes with the princess.
No, she's not. She's got...
There's a heavy chain around her
see?
wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
The episode of The Good Place where they have
She's
to
so
reboot Janet.
coldly beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Is she really a threat to the
But
world?
Janet also has a countermeasure, which means if they get within 3 feet of her reset button,
She
she
starts
screams
to
and
beg for
begs.
her life.
Yeah,
Focus
she's
on the
janiting
task
us.
at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, yes. Yes, I'm afraid I am.
Prepare to die, Hellbeast.
Steal
your nerves and step forward.
Just silently?
Yes.
No, No, yeah, okay,
Well,
you got me.
shouldn't.
Why?
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade.
Drop the blade. Oh, she's pissed
Don't
off
you
now.
dare.
Ooh, fighty.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Guess we're concerned about appearances now, Mr. Hero. No.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Yes. Okay. This is the very stabby blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Why should I be?
Or stabbing.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh my, she's very forthright this time.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Huh?
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
I don't think she's bluffing either.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay. What if she isn't No. Shall we just go for it?
Do it!
Do it. We're going for it.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Ooh. Look at my hand! Look at my hand! Look at my hand! What is that on my hand? Why do I have claws? What is going on here? Look at that!
You have claws. We have
I
claws.
have claws!
We have claws. That
I have
is
claws
scales.
and
Those
dermal
are
armor
scales.
plating. I have at least a +1 to armor because of the poor condition of my skin. Okay. Unfortunately, doubt clouds your judgment. Yes. We lack conviction.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Thanks for that. Okay, Dean, you talk about down to the wire.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Well, this has gone sideways.
Holy shit, that hurt!
Yes, of course it hurt, hero.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Fight!
The blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
But I'm drawing blood. Look at her expression in this third panel. Nice kick, by the way. You can't normally do that in a dress with a skirt like that.
And heels, too.
Block heels. More like boots. We'll see. I haven't gotten a really good look
We
at
are
it.
not even a little bit human.
We
Look
can
at that
still
fine
turn
hat.
this around.
Right? Look at this. We are not even slightly human. Not sure what's going on. No buffering bad. I'm sorry, everybody.
Okay. Finish the job.
Finish the job!
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
I have so many questions.
Excuse me?
Are we... Yeah, I think the processor load here is really heavy.
Folks, truthfully, there is nothing we can do.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's
sorry,
a
what?
miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Interesting. Again, narrator has definitely got some sort of skin in the game or a perspective.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Doesn't do our friend in herself. So herself, princess, our friend, us. Okay.
Are we a drone?
I'm not
Is this
sure
a homunculus?
then. Pausing and then playing again helps a bit. Alright.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Did we just succeed?
I think we
Did? I can't tell. Okay, so hold on. I'm hearing that if we pause and then return, it might help clear it up a little bit. Did we win?
Oh,
Look, her language bubble color change has happened.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Ooh.
this was fun.
Okay, that line has just created an entire new AO3 tag. But let's move on.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
I'm with you, Rebesco. This is sus. That was way too easy.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would, but I have to wonder,
Oh no.
She's about to pull it out.
do you really think this is the end?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words.
Says the voice of the hero again.
But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
So did I win?
So,
Hang on.
yay. Let's
Chapter 2, The Fury. Now I remember we need...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Been there. She's got to know about the time loop, Rebesco. You're right. She's got to know.
I'm sure you had a but I just killed her
Yeah.
option.
Why am I? Yeah, but I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I got her. Why am I
I can
here
assure
again?
you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
You are officially gaslighting, Mr. Narrator. I am sus to you.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
And you'd love that too.
There's nothing we can do to stop her.
You knew.
She's going to kill us again.
Alright, that's a new voice. I'm sorry, folks. I really wish there were things we could do about the leg, but I do think it has to be some sort of setting of the game, and I'm gonna do some investigating about it afterwards.
Oh, is there another one of us in here?
I think we're up to like 4 now?
Yeah.
If you go to the cabin, you might as well just throw yourself at her feet and beg for mercy.
I mean, we could. That's
That's a whole
that's off the
separate
table.
AO3 tag, but yes!
You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff that pathetic little voice to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
So this is the nope, get out of here. That's one of the accomplishments we have. It's called nope. It's when you get to chapter 2 and you're like, I'm out. I bounce. I want to try this idea. Lie. Yep, okay. Definitely gonna slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Ooh.
Please take this seriously.
That's
I am
a good fact.
begging you.
Why? You just gaslit me. I don't like you, narrator. I'm sus.
I have one last warning for you.
Now what? His Johnny's all the way down. What did you say about it earlier? You had some funny line.
She will lie,
Yes.
she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Well, no, now I'm gonna make friends with her because I know you're lying.
It's not her lies that'll stop us. I must admit, I'm a little worried about going back in there. I don't want to be as much of a downer as my new roommate, but we were definitely outclassed last time. She seems more demon than princess.
I don't know. Have you gotten a look at her hands? We more closely match that definition.
Ignore them. They don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess. Don't get all in your head about it.
Get out of my head, narrator. Fine. Going to the cabin. Going to the cabin and...
The interior of the cabin is larger than it should be.
Say what?
The only item of furniture is a plain wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
It is bigger. It's definitely bigger.
It did not previously have columns.
No, it did not.
Also,
The blade
table,
is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
The table would give Victorian gentlemen disturbing thoughts about ankles.
Yes. I'm thinking we take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
She knows about the time loop. The voices know about the time loop. The
Rebecca,
narrator doesn't
so-
seem to know about the time loop.
Just made a very good point as well.
What?
The hero's getting less cockney every time he speaks.
Interesting.
And Johnny is too much of a professional for that to be.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are wide and deep. The air seeping up from below is heavy and oppressive, with an odd, eggy stink to it.
Ew.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
So different physical environments.
Her fierce voice carries
Fierce.
up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's somehow even fiercer than it was before.
He's getting posh.
He is! He's getting posh!
Of course it is. Don't let it intimidate you.
It! We've changed pronouns. It!
Go into the cabin.
You carefully make your way down the stairs.
Get Stabby.
The
Oh!
final step, the form of the princess.
That is
comes
a
into
tail?
view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Hold on. Who was it that described her as some kind of demon? Wasn't it the hero?
I think it was.
And now look at her. She's got much more of a demon aspect. Huh.
Is it just me, or is she bigger than last time? It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought. I told you. It's pointless.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
pause here a second as everybody makes screenshots and yet another AO3 tag is created. Yes, you may all wife the princess we're about to get our butts handed to us by.
I was wondering when I might have company. Free me from my bindings, and maybe I'll let you live for a while.
You seem very nice. You look nice today.
You look really nice today. Could we negotiate? That's what I'm starting to think, JJ. Is this the hunter's view of the princess? Is this the Broken's view of the princess? Is the person we pick up from the previous playthrough ascendant and therefore she's chimeric?
Oh, the juice.
Okay, that was the ending, and we've unlocked the achievement called The Fury, and all of a sudden I'm hoping we're not hiccuping anywhere near as much. Look, I think we've gotten. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. Oh boy. So I'm gonna try and pause here for a minute because our video seems to have caught up a little bit. And I'm hoping, oh yeah, I think we've lost our leg as well. Okay, let's take a second here. Let's take a second. So what have we learned? We've learned that her appearance changes, but that it might be connected somehow to the previous playthrough or the new voice that joins us.
So it becomes potentially a 3-stage process, where the nature of the death in the previous iteration brings forth a different aspect. And that aspect is not just an aspect of whatever is riding us, but of her.
So it's not just a roguelike, it's that stinking Zelda map where if you go out and in, you have to go out and in the right way and do it like all of this. We've learned that she's wife. Thank you, Dean. Yes, many of you have learned new things about yourselves.
Two very important things.
Huh.
Well, we've learned one thing, and we've had a second incredibly heavily implied.
What?
We've learned we are not human.
No, we do not appear to be human in the slightest. Hold on a second. What is this very cat vampire appearance going on? Okay, we're gonna have to play this again.
And
we get an internal voice, she gets an external makeover. But yeah,
that's exactly a really good way of putting it. And it seems to be very heavily implied. We are essentially the magical equivalent of a drone. We are a golem or a homunculus being ridden by a personality that is fracturing and is increasingly unclear about what or who it is.
Oh no, I know what monsters do to these people. I've known these names long enough. Right? I'm kind of like... Alright, so let's all take a second and get a little sip of water. The mouse pointer has claws. Yes, it does. Look. See? You can't see right now. We're in the wrong screen. Right. So I want to talk just for a second about the achievements that we've unlocked so far, which I may have to refresh.
My favorite one is nope.
Right. So we've the first playthrough, we unlocked the achievement, The Stranger, which is one of the, I believe, 7 endings for the demo. We also unlocked the real Slay the Princess starts here, i.e. you died. And we unlocked an achievement called Nope. Start chapter 2 and get the heck out of Dodge. We've also now unlocked another one called The Fury. So that is a separate ending.
That? It is a different color.
It just hasn't reset because this was open when the game was running. So we know there are several, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 other endings at least that we have to unlock. So, shall we try it again? In unrelated news, I discovered I had pesto in the fridge, so now I'm making pasta.
Booyah!
Exactly. Did she exist before We the Hero showed up? I don't know. I have lots of questions. But let's try again, shall we? Now, the other thing that we've learned, everybody, is that the lag tends to be processor driven by the game, so there's not much we can do about it, I'm afraid. So, thank you very much for your patience as, things kind of fall out of sync. Find us more Johnnies. Okay, yes, let's go find more Johnnies. Is our first run the version of the hero set up for us by a prior encounter? That's a great question. There's no way of knowing. Right. Lovely credits. Never skip the credits. Thank you to all these people. By the way, it's Abby Howard's birthday today. Please do go say happy birthday to them on Twitter. That would be lovely. All right. Load. Here we go. Back into the cabin.
Hey, we're a monster.
I think this time we're going to set her free.
Come to slay your princess.
I think this time we're going to try and let her go. Let's try and let her go.
And even though we're trying, we got a feeling that we're under duress.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Nope, not taking it.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light.
I feel
in
like
the
we
room
should
below.
add the different room descriptions
This
to the dramatis
is an
persona
oppressive
as
place.
well.
Yeah.
Ducky,
The
if
air
you want to
feels
do this.
heavy and damp.
So this one
A
is
hint of rot filtering
oppressive,
from the ancient
But it's
wood.
not eggy, so
a
The
hint
princess
of
really
rot
lives
from
here.
ancient
Slaying her is
woods,
probably doing her
small
a favor.
cabin, table, chair. There
So
we
the
go.
good news is she's probably not overtly demonic right now.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello?
That's a damsel.
Is someone there?
Right, we've got a very damsel-y voice here. Okay, because she's still in pink.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
He's about to be, can't we?
Yes, he is.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Yes, playing a dangerous game.
We haven't done. I'm here to save you.
I think that's what we're gonna do this time. We're gonna try and save her, but I don't like that it's not a lie.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
No, we're totally gonna rescue you this time.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
You
Full
walk
on
down the
damsel mode.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Right? The fact that there are multiple options there, that you can lie about rescuing her or you can actually rescue her. I bet she can spot lies too. We should put that to the test at some point.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Okay, so let's go back to our theory, because that's what she looks like after we've said we're going to rescue you.
Oh.
That's what she looks like. Because remember, we come into the thing and she says, "Who's there?" And you have a chance to say nothing. Next time, we're gonna stay completely silent. I bet she's
Is
chimeric.
she a fucking tulpa?
She's chimeric or something. She's like,
Is she a thought form?
or something like that. She's like picking up on the vibes of what you say. And this time, we are going for heroic. We're going to rescue you, and we're going to be forthright and true and not lie. So a playthrough where we lie to her would be interesting, and a playthrough where we say nothing would be interesting. So yeah, let's try these.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Yeah, thought form, Tulpa.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Okay, so let's do some like dialogue
I
exploration.
hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Yeah, psychoreactive.
Don't do it.
Something.
If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
What do you mean one step closer? Okay, you keep changing. Stop. Bad lawyer. Should we look at the chains, or should we?
I think every time we've talked to her, it's gone pear-shaped.
Yes.
Quite fast.
Okay. I'll examine the chains and I'll see what I can do.
Ooh, going full Bluebeard's wife. That's
You're only
interesting.
making this more difficult.
Has her dress changed? No.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think it has.
You're making a huge mistake.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Okay, so the hero agrees with us. Interesting.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
I would not have done that. There's another pair on the other wall. I would have done that.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Right? Exactly. Examine chains. Go north.
Fetch cheese.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Ooh, how do you know that? Ooh, maybe.
There was literally nothing else up there. Although there's interesting science to be done in. You stay here, we're just going to break line of sight, and then we'll come straight back.
Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, we're gonna go check upstairs and see if there's a key.